Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, it's time to talk about a 73-year-old man. That's what we need to do. A man from the great state of Ohio. Here's what he tried to do. He went to a Burger King, like we always like to do, in the drive-thru. Maybe getting some tasty Burger King Whoppers. Yes. Or those fried chicken tenders, like the chicken fries.
Yes, the pretzel-crusted ones.
Yeah, that's right. The pretzel fries. Oh, I got to get in there.
Rumor has it they're all delicious.
Oh, is that a hot rumor?
It's a hot rumor. Yeah, I read it on the internet.
Oh, I see.
Hashtag Burger King's delicious.
Yeah, so you don't know that yourself?
No, I don't. I don't eat kale.
Yeah, that's what it is. So a 73-year-old man in Ohio is trying to get some tasty Burger King food and thought he would get a discount by using out-of-state coupons. The store would not take them. And he was not happy because he's got coupons and wants to get his Burger King at a reduced price.
This sounds like you.
Yes, maybe. Except I'm older than 73, so it's not me.
Right, and you probably wouldn't call the cops about this, but you would be the type of person that would be upset that you can't redeem an out-of-state coupon over at Burger King.
Yeah, I would have. This guy he called 911. He refused to move out of the drive-thru. That's not what I would have done.
Right.
My strategy would have been to park the car, get in there, and start screaming at somebody inside the restaurant.
Right.
That's what I would have done.
Flip over a table.
Yeah.
And demand to speak to the king.
But he called the Popo, and he said, I am not leaving the drive-thru.
Now, an emergency.
Yeah, can I have the Lakewood Police Department, please?
This is. How can I help you?
I had 2 coupons for a free Whopper. No, I'm not moving anywhere until you give me back my coupons. Anyway, the manager is taken. I'm calling the police. Anyway, the guy took my coupons, and he won't give them back to me, and he won't give me the free Whopper that they called for either.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good talk. Gotta go.
He seems reasonable because if they gave him his coupons back, he would have left. Now, I don't know why they kept his coupons.
Yeah, I don't know the full story. Maybe he was being a jerk. I don't know.
Didn't sound like a jerk on the phone. I didn't know this whole idea.
Of course he's going to be cool, calm, and collected.
If it were me, I'd be on the phone. Listen, cops, bring the SWAT team. This is big stuff. Yeah, I would have been angry myself if they didn't give me the coupons back, because to an old person like myself, those coupons are my lifeblood.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on a fixed income, people. Come on. That's so great. Oh, I love that so much.
But that sounds like something you would be mad about.
Oh, I'd totally be mad about it.
Vicky's like, yep. Yeah. Wasn't he just mad about this over last week?
Yeah,
complaining
he was
about something.
Freaking out that he got a coupon for a Whole Foods that's not even his Whole Foods.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they're having a grand opening, wasn't it?
Yeah, you want people to come to your grand opening store.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's like, I want the coupon for my other store, even though that's been around forever.
You wanted the grand opening deal at the store that wasn't having the grand opening.
As a person that knows everything in the world, that's how you do it.
Okay, I'm just checking to make sure I got that right.
And it's us young millennials that are the entitled ones, right?
You're the ones that ruined everything by all of a sudden going, hey, what? We're going to just have a coupon over here. You know what? I'm going to Burger King. I'm going to get my coupon back right now.
All right.
So what's the point?
Coupon back.
What's the point of having a special for a grand opening if people could just redeem it at any other store?
Because it's a celebration of them growing in their family.
Oh,
it's like a party for all of us. They had a new baby Whole Foods, and we're all celebrating at our locally convenient local place. Yeah, of stuff. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get in a car and drive in all that traffic. I know to just save a couple bucks. No, but if you tell me I can go to my local place, I'll celebrate your new Whole Foods, baby.
So what, you going to walk into your place and be like, congratulations on the grand opening of a different store?
You would exactly know how I would do that. And then, of course, to see the cashier look at me and going, what?
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Congratulations on your baby.
Or they'll have the same response to that 911 call. Okay.
I get a lot of that, actually. Yeah. Well, I have a question, Steve. How is it possible that a man got banned from eating an all-you-can-eat restaurant? I asked Steve that question because he will have my answer.
This guy's my hero.
And he's got the rest of the news for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Most fifth graders have a better grasp of the English language. Unfortunately, there aren't any available this early in the morning. This is News with Steve Miggs.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Car Toys for giving us news and sports. And, well, first of all, happy Blue Monday to everybody.
Blue Monday, baby. Go Hawks.
How does it feel? That's my
pretty good there.
New Order cover.
Oh,
is that
wow.
more New Order or more orgy, Rev? What do you think?
I think yours was more orgy there, but
Nice.
yeah.
All right. Well, it's, you know what? It's not a good day today. It's Happy Apple Dumpling Day.
Ooh. Well, some people love those apple dumplings.
I don't even know what the hell an apple dumpling is. I had to go online and look it up. Apparently, they're pastries made by coring and peeling apples, filling them with cinnamon, sugar, and butter, and placing them on dough that folds over them.
Yeah, they're old school amazing treats. You know, before we really got into all the processed stuff, that was a really awesome treat.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Oh, thanks, man.
Joe, make us an apple dumpling.
Yeah. Along with your macaroni and cheese,
Right.
we're waiting for it.
Let's talk about this guy who doesn't like apple dumplings, but he does love the sushi. And he actually got banned from an all-you-can-eat restaurant because of how much sushi that he ate, which this guy's my hero. He's 30 years old. He's from Germany. He's an Ironman triathlete. So apparently when you're a triathlete, you have to do a lot of eating.
Oh, okay.
Which I wish I would have known when I was younger. I would have started training to become a triathlete.
Yeah, you'd have no excuse at that. I mean, now you have no excuse. You'd be...
Yeah. So last week he goes to one of those all-you-can-eat sushi places, and he puts down 100 plates of sushi.
Wow.
So he does that. He crushes all that sushi. He goes to the counter to pay for his meal, which is $18.
Oh, no.
The owner and the chef said, you're banned now. You can't come back because you ate too much.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I don't know what to say about all that.
Sometimes they put a little bit of a limit, a time limit. I know, Trappers does the all-you-can-eat sushi for lunch and dinner. And I think there's a certain window where, you've got 3 hours or something. It's not like anything that's unfair. It's more of come on, man, you can't stay here all day and just keep eating our food.
Yeah.
But they said that he eats for 5 people. And that's why he does what he does. So he ate a lot of food. 100 plates. I don't think I could do that.
Oh, no way, dude. I would like to, but I don't think I can make that happen.
I don't know, man. If you've ever eaten sushi with Steve before, he puts it away.
I know. I can crush sushi.
I think you get close to him.
But I usually hit a point where after a certain number of plates, all of a sudden that rice starts expanding.
Yes.
And we always call it a bunch of, Munson and Jay, my buddies that play on the donkeys, we would always go to all-you-can-eat sushi after we do a lunch skate. And we all say you hit that wall at some point. The rice starts expanding, and then you're just done. It doesn't matter how many more pieces of sushi you have on your table. You're just done.
And you're surprised. You're like, I can't wait to go. I'm done.
Yep. It's like you put that one in your mouth, you're like, this one's not even going to be able to be eaten.
Yeah.
Give me a napkin.
The expansion effect.
I love this guy in Snohomish County here in Washington. Got in a little bit of trouble. What is it with people in Washington coming up with the most creative and awesome ways to try and drive in the carpool lane? I feel like we're always in the news for this.
Yeah.
Well, this guy, he was driving in the carpool lane, and Danny, you'll appreciate this. When the cops pulled him over, he had a Halloween skeleton wearing a hat and a jacket as a passenger.
That may or may not have been me.
Yep, well, he got pulled over for, fake carpool passenger. And that's not the only person. Guy in Phoenix, Arizona, now I like his way of doing it. He got pulled over because, he was driving with a sex doll in his passenger seat.
Yeah, baby.
It doesn't matter that you can have sex with it. It doesn't mean you can have it as a passenger in your carpool.
I think it's multi-purpose. I think this guy is really just multitasking. You got to give him credit. And what if that's his date? It's like, look, dude, this is my date.
Still, that doesn't work, BJ.
Oh,
Because the next thing you know, we're going to have... It's a slippery slope.
Pardon me?
Yeah, that's a good point. We should move on. Hey, someone texted, hey, BJ, do you remember the Apple Dumpling Gang?
Yes.
What the hell is the Apple Dumpling Gang?
It's an old Disney movie. Don Knotts and Tim Conway? Yeah.
Is that why Uncle Chris walked in when I was talking about what the hell? Because before we started this segment, I'm thinking out loud, like, what the hell is an apple dumpling? He's like, are you talking about the Apple Dumpling Gang? And I'm like, of course, I don't have time for your jokes, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that this is an actual thing.
It's a movie. And I got to say something. Chris is too young to really know that movie, but he's an old soul, if you will.
An old alcoholic soul based on some pictures I saw that the Revs sent out.
That's right.
Talk about that later. Him passed out at the Revs house.
Oh, you and I both know that when we went to Vegas. So
Yes,
he gets
we did.
after it. We had to drag him across the casino to get him back to his room.
One guy that got after it at the Chuck E. Cheese in Tacoma. Well, he accidentally shot himself while at the restaurant.
Dude, this is a national story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is all over the place. Luckily, no one else got hurt, but somehow his gun went off. He shot himself. People had to help him out. Of course, some people are a little upset and angry that the guy took a gun in the restaurant that caters to kids.
Do you know every once in a while that gorilla gets aggressive at Chuck E. Cheese, so you got to be ready.
And I also heard the guy's part of the mafia, and he was there because he heard there was a rat in the establishment.
Oh, jeez.
It's Monday. Come on.
Hey!
All right, he wasn't really in the mafia, but there was a rat in the establishment.
Hey!
All right, tonight, Monday Night Football, you got the Hawks taking on the Bears for a big game.
The Bears still suck.
Do they?
The Bears still suck.
I hope so.
Me too.
Really suck. Yes, the Bears still suck.
Go Hawks. Go Hawks.
Well, the Hawks are going to be doing it without a couple of their starters like KJ Wright. Because of his knee stuff.
Yeah,
Bobby Wagner has a groin issue.
That we didn't know.
And Doug Baldwin, of course, still recovering from his knee injury as well. He should be back sometime soon. So, I mean, thankfully they've got, I don't know how much he's going to be used because they just picked him up last week, that Michael Kendricks guy.
Oh, right.
But that signing will bring a little depth to the linebacker group, which is pretty thin right now with Bobby Wagner not being
I
there.
like why we have Michael Kendricks. I love the fact that, he can give me a little inside scoop on the spread, like what I should be doing. See what I did there?
Yes.
And then they found out there was a rat in the establishment.
He's in the mafia.
Hey.
Sorry. All right. That was bad. All right. Mariners look good this weekend. Actually lost yesterday, but
oh god,
they almost had the
Are
sweep.
you serious?
They won 3 out of 4 against the Angels.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, BJ.
Yeah, that really helped out.
They're only 7.5 games out of the wild card spot.
I just heard they're actually mathematically eliminated from next season as well.
Oh, come on. I don't even think they're mathematically eliminated yet from this thing. No, they still are in it.
What they got left? What's the matter?
7.5 games out of the wild card spot, but 6 game.
Yeah.
What is the WCE? Wild card elimination?
Yes, exactly.
All right, yeah. So they still got some time.
Here's what they got. The elimination number is 6, which means any combination of any of the other damn teams and their losses and the other team's wins reduces that number.
Well, both the Yankees and the Oakland A's have lost 2 in a row.
Okay, so what you're saying, there's a chance.
There's a big chance. There's still hope, PJ.
Dude, it would be epic. Seriously, you're right. There is. But how epic would that be if, in fact, the Mariners get into the wild card because the Yankees or the A's just
fall
all of a
apart?
sudden, just because they would have to pretty much lose almost every game for this to happen.
And Tampa Bay needs to fall apart a little bit, too, because they're right in front of the Mariners in the wild card chase.
I forgot about those guys.
Hey, off to Houston tonight, playing at 5:10. You can watch that game. I'm sure most people will be watching the Seahawks, though. But
yeah.
And the Seahawks game's on ESPN.
And don't forget the Emmys are on tonight. You people can watch
I forgot, BJ.
Yeah, jeez, come on.
Sounders won their 9th straight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. On Saturday night, beating the Whitecaps 2-1. As far as weather, we got 63 degrees and sun, and thank you, McDonald's. And yesterday, very cool Seattle Storm Parade went down.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool to check out. A lot of people over at the Key Arena at the close of it all. And then the mayor announced that First Avenue area right by the Key Arena is going to be renamed Seattle Storm Way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? Hey, you gotta love Sue Bird, man, because she's just been part of all of it. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Could be. You got to give her credit as being one of the greatest athletes in Seattle history. Just because, how many other Seattle athletes have been involved in as many championships as she has?
Right. And I saw a good article in the Ringer. They did a whole piece just about how this team is poised to become really a true dynasty in the WNBA because of how young they are. Minus Sue, that's a very young team.
Yeah, and Sue, by the way, I love it because Sue still looks really amazingly young considering she's been in the league as long as she has. Maybe it's her enthusiasm because she still just seems like she digs the sport and she just has such a great, enthusiastic, exuberant look on her face when she talks about it. And I feel like, God, yeah, she's been around for such a long time. She can hang with those young kids.
Yeah.
That's what it is. All right. Of course, other big news obviously was is Hurricane Florence, and Fox Business was covering the hurricane. And while the reporter was at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, one of the places hit by the hurricane, behind her was a shirtless guy talking to the police. You got to love that. Now, she was unaware of that, but luckily the anchor in the studio says, "Hey, hold on. I know you want to talk about the storm, but there's a dude behind you."
Yeah, she's like doing her whole report. She kind of references him for a half a second, like, "Oh, there's a guy back there," and blah 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 blah. But then she does her usual report, and finally, like, the anchor's like, "Hey, man, talk to that guy." And the funny part you'll hear in this clip, she keeps referring to him as naked, and it's like, no, he's got shorts on, and he's got shoes on. He's just shirtless.
Yeah, that's all he is. He's totally not naked. But of course, the reporter ended up having an interview with this dude.
Stuart, I'm going to throw it back to you. Definitely a change of scenery right now.
We were intrigued at the gentleman with no shirt in the background. We thought for a moment he was going to come right up to you.
Okay.
What's he doing?
Okay, do you want me to ask him?
Sure.
You're naked, and the audience wants to know what is in your head to be outside in this weather right now, not wearing any clothes.
Just being a free and American, man. I don't let nothing oppress me, especially that freaking hurricane.
Is this really about, I want to become famous, I want to get on TV, go viral?
Look, I've already been viral. All right. You look up Hurricane Headbanger, I'm going to get your hat.
Oh, he's being polite. How big you guys going to get my hat?
Being chivalrous.
Okay, I think we'd probably wrap this thing up pretty soon.
Okay, we're going to send it back to you.
We're losing control here, but that was perhaps one of the more interesting hurricane hits that we've ever seen.
You got it.
Her hat flew off while they were in the middle of the interview, and the guy just walks away from the interview to go grab her hat.
Oh, first of all, this British guy...
We're losing control here.
Yeah, first of all, hey, this is America. Say, enough of you people are old. Okay, so this
is America.
Yeah, I don't know where they got this Brit to
You and your
over.
funny accents doing the news needs to shut up.
Yeah. We're not, you know what? We're not serious. Why so serious, Mr. British guy? Okay, remember we left you, so what are you still doing here?
I think he's aware that we're not so serious if he's the one telling her to talk to the shirtless man.
First of all, this shirtless guy, Steve, he was, in fact, a famous guy. He's the Hurricane Headbanger, which I do remember this dude, just rocking it out with a big American flag during another hurricane.
Yeah, that's just his thing. And he was also, I think he was doing it even to what's going on over in Florence, too. Listening to Slayer headbanging.
That's so awesome.
I just love how he's like, I'm already viral. You're not making me viral.
Yeah, I'm kind of a guy.
But why does she keep saying he's naked and has no clothes on?
Do you think it's something she hopes?
I don't know.
Or
did she forget that she's on television and we can see this guy wearing shorts?
Oh, yeah. She thought it was an audio interview. Like, I'm going to make it sound even crazier than it is. Yeah, but lady, he's got clothes on. He just doesn't have a shirt on. That's all there is to it.
It sucks because there has been some unfortunate casualties there with the hurricanes. But then you see some of these news reports and it's just making it seem like it's not that big of a deal because there was that one, I don't know if you saw that, where the lady or the guy was bracing himself. He's trying his best not to be blown over by the hurricane, and he's talking, and then all of a sudden two dudes just walk right by him, no problem. The wind's not even bothering him at all.
That is awesome. Oh, I've got to see that one. I love that.
Look it up, Vic, if you can, because then it's led to other people now goofing on social media about that. So there's been a lot of people that have been making videos of a guy holding onto a tree like he's being blown by the hurricane. It's that bad, and then they pan out and it's a guy holding his legs, and people are throwing branches at him.
Oh man,
that's just people are goofing on the fact that these stories are coming out like that.
That's so funny.
It's why are you trying to over sensationalize it when it's already bad enough as it is?
Yeah,
this guy.
Oh, there he is, looking like he's trying to keep his ground.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Yeah. That's funny.
And then all of a sudden you'll notice in the background there's these two dudes that look like,
and they just had no problem at all.
They're just walking completely fine.
Just slow walking with shorts on.
Yeah, what are you doing later? I don't know. I was thinking about walking around.
That is. And by the way, the wind is blowing at his back, which means the way he's bracing himself is exactly the opposite way you'd brace yourself if with the wind blowing the way it was blowing on him. He'd already be knocked over. He should have been turned around trying to brace himself the way he was, the way the wind was blowing. What a knucklehead.
Yeah.
He's bracing himself against the wind, but the wind is actually blowing at his back, and he's pretending like it's blowing at his front.
See, I never paid attention to those kind of things. So people were posting that on social media, and then somebody posted a reply to one of these videos, like that one especially, and it was from a New Jersey storm that must have happened a few years ago, and it's a woman that's in one of those canoes or kayaks, and she's the water's really bad, and she's doing her report looking all serious, and then all of a sudden two dudes in those rain boots just walk right by her.
Oh, that's funny.
It's up to up to their calves, if that.
I love that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They just try to make it look like things are more crazy than they are. I mean, it's been bad water-wise as far as like they've had a lot of flooding and stuff like that. But the winds just aren't as bad as they thought it was supposed to be. That's all, because it's been downgraded. But they still have a lot of water issues and rain issues, which is not fun to deal with.
Yeah, like over 700,000 homes are without power.
Yeah, that's
I think 18 people have died because of it. So obviously it's a terrible condition over there. But when you got idiots like that trying to turn it into something it's not.
Yeah, that's the news, baby. Yeah. I mean, it really is. That's why that business is not what it used to be as far as television news goes, man. Not what it used to be. All right, Friday, Steve. Well, he was stumped by this one.
Which star of Dawson's Creek was once married to Tom Cruise?
James Vanderbeek.
No.
Kate Winslow.
No.
Kate Hudson.
No. I love Kate Winslow.
Katie Couric. I know what it is now.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
What's the answer?
Kate Spade.
Kate Spade.
Katie Holmes.
That's it?
Yes.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.